Hello everyone and welcome to another beautiful day here at Morgantown Ice Rink. You have your West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the Stevenson Mustangs. The Mountaineers suffered a tough defeat last night at the hands of the Mustangs at a score of 4-2. What did you think about that last game last night?
It was a tough loss out there yesterday.
Technical difficulties, please stand by. Alright, here we go. We got puck drop here. And we're off in the game of the day. Alright, Mountaineers. We have Stevenson bringing it down into the Mountaineer zone right off the top of the bat, and a great save to start off the day for the Mountaineers. Quick smother, and we'll have a quick face-off.
72 game rough out there.
Still having technical difficulties with the microphone. Please stand by. Alright, and we have the face-off down the Mountaineer end. And Stevenson wins the face-off and gets a quick shot off that just misses the goal. Stevenson keeping the puck down at our end. We have a scrum against the boards with Stevenson again coming out with the puck and retaining possession in the Mountaineer end. The Mountaineers just get it out of the zone, and they now have possession of the puck. The Mountaineers have their first possession outside of their own zone for the game, and Stevenson takes it right back. Stevenson's bringing it up the left flank, and the Mountaineers are able to get the puck back. And the Mountaineers set up in their own zone and begin their attack. The Mountaineers have yet to get a good offensive possession in the game. I know it's still early, but Stevenson has dominated the possession so far this game. This is the first time the Mountaineers have gotten to keep it in the Mustang zone. Stevenson regains possession, but the Mountaineers are able to keep it in their zone and knock it away. Good. Stevenson is able to attempt to clear it, but the Mountaineers keep it in and avoid having to reset. The puck is bouncing around behind the goal and comes out to the left side. Mountaineers possess it behind the goal with a man running toward. And that one stays in. All right. Puck stays around the edge of the zone along with the Mountaineers possessing it in the corner. Pass back to near behind the goal, and the Mountaineers bring it again outside along the boards. An attempt to set up a new attack at the outside of the zone is faltered by a missed pass, and the Mustangs retake possession of the puck. A quick change by both sides, and the Mustangs are on their way. Another errant pass, and the Mountaineers get it back in their zone with their chance to take the puck. A hand called on the Mustangs. What do you think of the game so far?
It's a little slow right now. Hopefully we'll see it pick it up a little bit.
Do you think it's sloppy at all, or do you think that both teams are doing as well as they can do?
It's only been a little bit. We can see what picks up so far.
What do you think of all the possession Stevenson has had so far throughout this game? Well, I just know the Mustangs have had it in the Mountaineer zone a lot throughout this game, and obviously the Mountaineers would like to change that and try to avenge their loss from last night as they get this break off down the ice. Stevenson retakes possession. Now looks like they're going to try to break on for themselves. Stevenson has a 4-on-2 coming to the Mountaineer side, and a beautiful save for the Mountaineers. Puck gets reset and thrown back down into the corner. Mountaineers possess it in their own zone. Mountaineers get into their offensive zone, but there's not a Mountaineer on that side as they make another change. The Mountaineers dispossess the Mustangs in the neutral zone and attempt to start their attack again. They have a quick 3-on-3 break, goes out to the corner. Great shot. That is gloved by the goalie, and we'll have a face-off. 16:27 left in the first period. The Mountaineers have one shot on goal, and the Mustangs have two. It's time for a face-off in the Mustangs' end. Mountaineers win the face-off and are able to keep possession. It is thrown back behind the goal. The Mountaineers will look to get a shot off, and they did. Unfortunately, it was again saved by the Mustangs. The Mountaineers reset in their own zone. A pass off the boards. That is then taken by the Mustangs. The Mustangs get it right in front of goal, one-on-one. And it is saved. There has been a foul called on the Mountaineers. Looks like on number 57 for the Mountaineers. Looks like Tyler Pyatt is going to the box for a 2-minute minor. Looks like a high sticking 2-minute minor for Tyler Pyatt. And there will be a face-off on the Mountaineer end, and the Mustangs are on the power play. First shot goes wide of the goal, and the Mustangs retake the puck. Mustangs are reset out near the blue line, and another shot is on goal. And another good save and smother by the Mountaineers. Mustangs have had 13 seconds of power play and have already gotten 2 shots off, 1 being on goal, and are currently outnumbering the Mountaineers 5-1 on shots on goal for the game. For the face-off, and it is won by the Mountaineers. They get it out of their zone, so the Mustangs will now have to eat up a little bit of their power play time getting it back to the Mountaineer zone. And the Mountaineers aren't just waiting back for them either. They're getting out of their zone and making sure they stop the Mustangs instead of just letting them come right back in. Mustangs set up near the blue line. Pass it back to the corner. Thrown back out in front of the middle of the blue line. And another shot on goal. Another great save by the Mountaineers. Another attempted shot that goes off a different Mustang. The Mountaineers really are fighting just to keep the Mustangs out of goal. We have a foul called on number 18 for the Stevenson Mustangs. That is Mark Bowen. Looks like he got called for
penalty number 18, Mark Bowen, 2 minutes for slashing.
Yes. So now we have even 4-on-4 for the next 57 seconds, and the Mountaineers will get 1 minute and 3 seconds of power play. Face off down in the Mustang zone. That is won by the Mountaineers, who get it right in front of the goal and are almost able to get a shot on goal with a nice backhand. Mountaineers pass it all the way across the zone, off the board, shot on goal, saved by the Mustangs goalie as that puck rattles around the boards to come back out to the front of the zone. Mountaineers hanging on with the puck down in the Mustang zone for a long time, and there was a shot smothered by the goalie as a little skirmish begins to break out. There were a lot of fights here last night, and we were wondering whether or not that feud would continue to boil into tonight's game. Do you think that the feud will continue today and there'll be more fights again?
Yeah, I think there will definitely be a lot more fights coming here tonight.
It looks like it's a little chippy already. We still got a 0-0 game. We're hardly into the first period, and we've already had 2 breakups already.
Yeah, chippy game tonight.
All right, face off again in the Mustang zone. Won by the Mustangs, but only cleared as far as the Mountaineers. Mountaineers are holding possession against the boards, keeping it in the Mustang zone. The Mustangs gain possession, but not for long as the Mountaineers get it right back. And the Mountaineers go on the break. It's a 2-on-2 break, and another shot on goal, saved by the Mustangs. It's been a tale of 2 halves of the first period so far as the Mustangs go on another break. Beautiful save by the goalie. The Mustangs dominated the first part of this period, and the Mountaineers have dominated since the beginning of the Mustangs power play. The Mustangs got about 2 shots off in their power play, had to go back to even strength, and the Mountaineers have been controlling the period since then. The Mountaineers get it out of their zone into the neutral zone, and are not yet able to get into the Mustang zone again as they reset and make a quick change. Mountaineers then get it on the zone. No break. Nice break up by the Mustangs, and the Mountaineers are back in the neutral zone. All right, the Mountaineers take it slow back in their own zone and break up. And the Mountaineer power play is now over. The Mountaineers did not have a great power play, but it was better than Stevenson's, as in they got to have theirs for the full time allotted to it. They did not have another player get sent to the box during their power play. Puck pinged around down there in front of the goal, but was eventually cleared all the way to the Mountaineer zone by the Mustangs. There's a skirmish against the boards where the Mustangs come away with the puck, but luckily there are more Mountaineers than Mustangs in the Mountaineer zone, and they were able to thwart any opportunity for a goal. Mountaineers get another shot off on goal, and are able to keep it in the Mustang zone. Nice little wrister that it deflects, the goal deflects off his pad and sends it to the corner, and the Mustangs regain the puck and send it down to the Mountaineer zone. Mustangs possess in the neutral zone as they go to make a change, and they flip it back down to the Mountaineer zone. Goalie comes out for the Mustangs to possess it and tries to send it along the boards, but is not able to get it out of the Mustang zone, as the Mountaineers are able to keep it in. The Mountaineers are really fighting to keep this puck in the zone. This has been a great turnaround since the first few minutes of the game, where it looked like the Mustangs were just waiting for their best opportunity to shoot. And the Mountaineers take it back again in the neutral zone and send it into the Mustang zone, where the goalie comes out to get the puck. That was a risky move by the goalie. There were a couple Mountaineers bearing down on him, and he still came out of his goal and flipped it into the neutral zone. The Mountaineers had a little breakaway guy there, and they were just not able to get him the puck. It seems like the Mustangs have become more focused on just throwing it down into the Mountaineer zone than they are on actually keeping the puck, and that has now resulted in an icing. How do you think the Mountaineers have turned around since the first few minutes when the Mustangs just held it in the Mountaineer zone at will?
They've really turned it around offensively. I think they have good possession time in the offensive zone right now, and they're really putting pressure on the Mustangs right now.
I think ever since the Mustangs got that penalty while they were on the power play, the Mountaineers have really controlled the game since then.
Yeah, it seems like the Mustangs are pretty tired right now, which is a good thing.
That bus ride to and from Maryland must have gotten to them.
Yeah, I would say so.
I was shocked they didn't stay in Morgantown last night.
Yeah, where did they stay at?
I know they went home. They got back on the bus and left.
Oh, all right.
I'm assuming they went back to Maryland. I guess they could have stopped anywhere along the way.
I guess so.
All right, we have another stoppage in play here. And a face-off in the neutral zone. Face-off is won by the Mustangs, immediately put in the Mountaineer zone, when the Mountaineers immediately gain possession back in their own zone as the pass goes off the boards and the Mustangs keep it in the neutral zone. The Mountaineers get it into the Mustangs zone, but the Mustangs do have possession as he passes it along the boards to his other defender and clears it into the neutral zone, which is then thrown down in the Mountaineer zone. Nice shot along the boards delivered by the Mustangs to the Mountaineers, but they were not able to keep the puck in that corner as it got sent back out, now back to around behind the goal. Mountaineers try to get a stick in, and the pass is broken up, and there's another skirmish as the puck gets sent out across the ice. Mountaineers racing for the puck. He's able to win it. But is he able to get a good stick on it in front of goal? And another shot that goes off the goalie. Beautiful shot on goal. Mountaineers pass it back out to the front of the zone. They're not able to control it and head to the neutral zone, and all Mountaineers must evacuate. Mountaineers are waiting for their opportunity. A good pass toward the middle. A nice backhand right in front of to get into their zone. They get it in the zone, and the Mustangs get it right back. Again, sent back into the Mustangs zone where the Mustangs regain possession. Mountaineers break it up with their ice. Ooh, a good one-on-one where the Mountaineers are able to be stopped, and the Mustangs goalie smothers it. Do you think the Mountaineers are going to be due for a goal here soon by the amount of possession time they're having, or do you think it's just been wasted possession?
If they keep the shots coming, I think there will be a goal here coming soon.
Yeah, they've outshot the Mustangs 7-1 in recent minutes. Like, they are dominating shots on goal here recently, yeah.
Yeah, the Mustangs came out flying, but then it seems like they turned it down, and the West Virginia's all over them now.
I think the Mustangs almost became complacent, thinking this would just be too easy for them. Because, yeah, they're really not getting into the Mountaineer zone at all. Every time they get into the Mountaineer zone, it's just a flip up where, again, it's smothered by our goalie.
Yeah.
A couple guys chirping down in front of the goal, and the refs are quick to break it up so we avoid any fisticuffs. Oh, you haven't heard fisticuffs before? It's an old way of saying fighting.
That's a funny saying.
I would just love someone to get a Gordie Howe hat trick today. I want 1 goal, 1 assist, and I want him to knock someone's teeth out before they get taken off the ice.
That would be very fun to see tonight.
And another smother by the goalie. This game has really slowed down here recently. It seems like every opportunity someone gets, they're just flipping it down to the other team's goalie and letting them smother it.
Yeah.
Another face-off here in the Mountaineer end. Won by the Mustangs. Flipped out to the top of the zone where the Mustangs have possession. Missed shot off goal. And the Mountaineers clear it into the neutral zone. And then send it down behind the Mustangs goal. Mustangs goalie is out of his crease, but is able to possess it wisely and get it back out. The Mountaineers were able to keep it in their zone by the length of a skate, but now the Mustangs have broken away. But the Mountaineers are able to hustle back and break it up. Oh, and another shot on goal for the Mustangs. A good hit by the Mountaineers.
Absolutely buried number 5 there.
Yeah, number 5 looks like he got laid out pretty well there.
Yeah, he can eat the boards there.
It's a free puck right in front of the goal with the goalie laying on the ground. The Mountaineers are just not quite able to pounce on the puck in front of the goal. That was a perfect scoring opportunity for the Mountaineers. They just weren't quite able to capitalize. And the Mustangs take it right back down and score for themselves. And then he jumps into the ice, kind of like a bird flying into a window, but, to on his own on how he wants to celebrate his goal.
Very lucky goal there.
That was quite the turn of events. The Mountaineers had a perfect opportunity to score down at there and were not quite able to get it into the net. The Mustangs take it, break, score, and then jump into the glass. Just
unlucky for West Virginia there.
That was a crazy turn of events. And here we have the face-off back after that goal, with shots on goal being now even at 9, even though the Mustangs are now up 1-0. It was a shame. It seemed like the Mountaineers really had a lot of momentum going, and then just like that, it's back with the Mustangs.
I think West Virginia will come back and get a goal soon here. Just by the way they're playing, I think they've definitely earned a goal this period. It's just up to them to physically put it. Like, that was one of the best goal-scoring opportunities I've seen all season. They just didn't have a guy in front of the goal to be able to just tap it in. Yeah, I think they'll get one by the end of the period here.
That's one of those things where it's like all you had to do is let it deflect off you and it would have skated on in.
Yeah.
But the Mountaineers will keep fighting and fight on, they will. And another shot right in front of the goal as he gets hit as soon as he goes to shoot. It's definitely getting chippier out here, folks. It looks like they're starting to play the man just as much as they are the puck. The Mustangs fall on their own accord. The Mountaineers attempt another shot on goal, and it is hit up into the net. 6:29 left in the period, 9 apiece on shots on goal, with the 1-0 score advantage of the Mustangs. Been pretty even possession so far throughout this period, a lot of back and forth. And outside of that one breakaway goal for the Mustangs, it's kind of been the Mountaineers' period since the first couple of minutes, especially with that just beautiful goal-scoring opportunity. The puck floated right in front of the goal. The goalie was laying down outside of his crease, and the Mountaineers just couldn't get a stick to it. Really is just a game of inches. Mustangs attempt to possess it in their own zone. Attempt to clear, and the Mountaineers keep it in. Sent back down into the corner where the Mustangs possess it. Try to clear again. The Mustangs keep it. The Mountaineers keep it in and are able to hold it in their zone for a while longer. Shot. Stopped with the goalie's pads, and he smothers it for a face-off. So what's your prediction here? You think how many shots on goal do you think each team's going to have before this period's up?
I think it will be about 13 each in shots. I think they're both getting a bunch of shots on net, and I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon.
It's definitely been, it's fast-paced in how they're getting up and down the ice quickly, but it's very slow as in the goalies, they're just smothering everything that comes near them, which it's the safest play, but it also kind of stops momentum.
Yeah, goalies are playing pretty well here today.
The goalies definitely look like they've got both of their nets on lock tonight. The Mustangs attempt a crossed-ice pass that does not go as they have planned, but they are able to keep it in the Mountaineer zone. Pass back in front of the goal that no one gets a stick to, and the Mustangs get another shot that is again saved by the Mountaineers. Shot again. This one's wide. It hits the boards and rattles around up to the front of the zone where the Mountaineers attempt to clear with a board pass that goes almost nowhere. Mustangs get it in the corner. And the Mountaineers get it on the break. Mountaineers have a 2-on-1 break with a man in front of goal. Lays down and saved by the Mustangs goalie again. That goalie is having probably the game of his season so far.
Howie should have taken that shot there. If he just took that shot, he probably could have gotten a rebound for the player next to him.
Oh, God. It looks like the Mountaineers are just getting these beautiful opportunities that there's not taking advantage of. And here come the Mustangs with just a one-on-none.
Yeah,
luckily the Mountaineers are able to keep them out of the goal for a second time, but still, the Mustangs seem to just keep on getting these counter-attack lucky opportunities after the Mountaineers have a slow build-up in play.
Yeah.
It's just the Mustangs are just counter-attacking the Mountaineers, and they're saving their energy while doing it, and the score has proven that so far their strategy is working better.
Couldn't agree more with you there.
We have another face-off here in the neutral zone as the Mountaineers change sides. Mountaineers win the face-off and send it down to the Mustangs' end. Mustangs regain possession. The Mountaineers trying to battle it away from the Mustangs while fighting against the boards. Mountaineers were almost able to keep it in, but the Mustangs clear it to the neutral zone where the Mountaineers regain possession and send it back down into the Mustang zone. Mountaineers get possession in the corner and are looking for someone to pass in front of goal. Nice shot on goal that is again turned away by the Mustangs. A little bit of a fiddle with the puck there. Sends it back by the goal, and again, just wide of the goal. The Mountaineers are just dominating possession down in the Mustangs' end and just have not been able to sneak one past the goalie yet.
I would say the shots are even because Stevens is just coming in, just taking shots on net, and then it seems like West Virginia is playing a lot more in their zone, but they're not getting many shots while they're in the zone.
The Mountaineers are being much more methodical with their slow build-up play, just trying to get the best opportunity that comes on during the possession. Then Steven gets the puck, breaks, and just takes the first shot that comes available to them, and then allow the Mountaineers just to reset.
Yeah, exactly right there.
And then the Mountaineers get a little bit of a break themselves.
Oh, nice shot.
Deflected off the goalie's pad or back to the corner where the Mustangs get possession and send it into the neutral zone where the Mountaineers throw it off the boards and back into the Mustang zone again. I honestly do not remember the last time the Mustangs had a long possession in the Mountaineer zone. It seems like they've just had their counterattack fast breaks and then the Mountaineers playing in the Mustang zone.
Yeah, the Mountaineers have kept it in the Mustang zone for about 3 minutes so far.
It's been
they keep bringing it in, but they keep bringing it in for about 20 to 30 seconds, maybe, not even. And Mountaineers just break it out.
And there we go. The Mustangs tried to get the best shot, the first best shot that they could. They shot it, they missed, and the Mountaineers take it and try to go methodical before the Mustangs take it back. And again on another break. Beautiful pad save again by the goalie. As the Mustangs attempt to have a decent possession in the Mountaineer zone before the Mountaineers smother it up.
Mountaineers not letting Stevenson touch their goalie right now.
No, they really aren't. Again, there's a little chirping in front of the crease. It seems like after every smothered goal, there's a little bit of chirping going on between these two teams.
Ever since what happened yesterday, last time Stevenson touched the Mountaineers goalie, they don't even want to touch their goalie almost.
I remember that yesterday. The Stevenson Mustangs got laid out, and we played let the bodies hit the floor. Perfect timing. Another smother by the Mountaineers goalie.
See, another one apiece.
We had a face-off. We had about 3 seconds of play, and then we're doing the exact same thing again. This game has definitely had a lot of stoppages in it as we prepare for another face-off in the Mountaineer end. Face-off won by the Ears. Oh, and then we gained by the Mustangs, who throw it at goal and are stopped again.
Great save by Bobby there.
Oh, just set. Zoldos is just sending the Mustangs away every chance he gets. He's having a beautiful game, and the Mustangs always also having a beautiful game. This is really a tale of two goalies right now. Another save right in front of the net. Another save right in front of the net.
Bobby Zoldos is playing great right now.
Honestly,
he's having good possession time right now.
This is the first extended possession for the Mustangs in the Mountaineer zone in a long time. Honestly, if you just gave me a shot chart from where each team is taking this many shots, I would have probably told you this is a 2-2 game right now. But the goalies are absolutely playing incredible and having it at a 1-0. The goalies are both teams' MVPs for this first period, undoubtedly. As the Mountaineers send it down to the Mustang zone to attempt to get their methodical yet slow play up and running again before the Mustangs can get another goal off a fast break. All right, we're down to less than 1 minute here in the period as the Mustangs possess it in the neutral zone. And they bring it into the Mountaineer zone down the right flank, driving toward goal and shot over the goalie. And the Mustangs put it one more in the goal for the end of the period. The second goal of the game for number 72 of the Mustangs, who is not listed in our roster.
That is very interesting. That could be a penalty there for not being on the roster.
I have questions about that. That man has the C. That man has
both goals too.
That is the captain who also played last night for the Mustangs. Number 72 is not listed on our roster.
That is correct. No 72. He has both goals tonight, and he's not listed on Stevenson's roster.
We'll try to find out more information about that, folks. Luckily, this time 72 did not mistake the glass for an open window and jump into it, so he is improving. We are doing our best to make sure we find out who everyone is. Oh, the Mustangs get in the neutral zone, have another fast break opportunity here with a pass across goal and get the third goal of the period. That is 2 goals in less than 30 seconds for the Mustangs after an almost dominated period by the Mountaineers.
Mountaineers need to pick it up. They need to get back and help our goalie out.
And it's just, the Mustangs are just faster right now. They're getting possession of the puck, sprinting down to our side of the ice, and then just shooting at will. The Mountaineers are not showing any heart in trying to keep up with the Mustangs. They're letting them run all over them.
Yeah, they just come in, take a shot, and they're just burying them.
All I know is that the end of this first period cannot come soon enough for the Mountaineers.
Hopefully they'll come back and be better next period.
Well, they've got to turn it around. The Mustangs are content with just letting this period go with 3-0, but scoring 2 goals in the last 30 seconds of a period, it's hard for the Mustangs to complain about that finish. And we are signing off, and we'll be back at the beginning of the next period.
Not usual.
Did I say anything wrong during that period?
Only thing I noticed, just don't call penalties fouls.
I noticed that. As soon as I heard you say penalty, I'm like, fuck.
It's whatever though. That's the only thing I noticed.
I watch too many different sports.
I heard like you know like soccer terms. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of soccer terms.
And then I heard the foul, like,
It's definitely soccer. Right flank, left flank, that's all soccer. Because I watch a good amount of hockey, but I'm a Preds fan, so I normally only watch the Preds. sports, but with soccer I watch a lot of different teams, so I do end up watching more soccer than hockey. And because the tactics are so similar in both sports, I normally use both terms.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm going to get a pepperoni roll to drink. I'm hungry as fuck.
physical last night when you guys played. Do you think that it's going to get that physical again? Do you guys try and having more level heads tonight or today?
If I know my teammates the way I know my teammates, they're going to be pretty emotional whether we're winning or losing. So you never know what's going to happen out there. Like tempers run high and people get pretty serious about this kind of stuff. So we're gonna try and keep it under control, but the most important thing is winning. So that's what we should be focusing on.
Absolutely, gotta love that passion. All right, this is Brock Braidwood with Mountaineer Hockey. Go Mountaineers, signing off. Stay tuned for the next period. Hello, fellow Mountaineers. This is Brock Braidwood tuning in with Tyler Collard, one of the assistant captains for the Mountaineers. So that period was a little rough for you guys. They managed to squeak 3 by in the latter half. How do you guys plan on moving forward and getting those goals back?
Yeah, they caught us on a couple odd man rushes. They were able to capitalize on it. We've had our chances as well. Just haven't been able to finish. So this period we're gonna have to go out there and work on playing some more gritty hockey, getting in front of the net and trying to get some of those garbage goals.
Now it was really physical last night when you guys played. Do you think that it's going to get that physical again? Do you guys try and having more level heads tonight or today?
If I know my teammates the way I know my teammates, they're going to be pretty emotional whether we're winning or losing. So you never know what's going to happen out there. Like tempers run high and people get pretty serious about this kind of stuff. So we're gonna try and keep it under control, but the most important thing is winning. So that's what we should be focusing on.
Absolutely, gotta love that passion. All right, this is Brock Braidwood with Mountaineer Hockey. Go Mountaineers, signing off. Stay tuned for the next period.
All right, so what do you think the Mountaineers talked about during that intermission?
Talking about, I think just like playing harder and getting back in D. Playing D harder, honestly. They weren't helping our D out much, the offense.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that the Mountaineers just are too tired from last night's game? Do you think they're already defeated from a 3-goal deficit? I mean, what do you think it is? Because it seemed like they just died at the end.
Truthfully, I just don't think they came mentally prepared today. I think they probably woke up in the locker room a little bit and they're going to come out hard right now.
We're saying because it seemed like the Mustangs were off to a good start at the beginning, and then the Mountaineers took control for most of that period, and then the Mustangs just took over in the last 30 seconds. Mustangs have it in their own zone here to begin this second period. Puck escapes into the neutral zone, and it looks like the Mustangs are on another fast break. The Mountaineers get it back in the zone and clear it into the neutral zone. The Mountaineers look like they might try a little fast break of their own. The only problem is they're outnumbered 3-1. Sends it down into the end of the zone where it rattles around the boards and comes out into a Mountaineer stick. And off the pad and bounces out just outside of the goal.
Close one there. Almost trickled behind the goalie and into the net.
Well, it just seems like the Mountaineers have been knocking on the door multiple times today and just haven't been able to break through.
Hopefully they get a lucky bounce soon enough.
It's one of those things when you're getting outshot 19-12, you're down 3-0 after one period. You just kind of need a lucky bounce maybe to really get your team going.
Yeah, see what happens here.
Mountaineers get it in the Mustang zone, send it behind the goal, and the Mustangs take it right back and go back on the attack. Clear it into the neutral zone. Mustangs try to throw it cross ice, but it's intercepted by the Mountaineers. Mountaineers throw it back into the Mustang zone, make a quick change, and the ref throws it dead. Was that maybe an illegal substitution? What was that call, though? He just sent a guy back to the bench.
Oh, you can't change during on an icing if your team ices the puck.
Okay. Right, and the face-off in the Mountaineer zone. Mustangs get sent off, and a new man is brought in. Face-off won by the Mountaineers. Send it across the boards. And into the neutral zone, where the Mountaineers go on a little bit of a break there. That is broken up by the Mustangs. But the Mountaineers keep possession. What do you think a good strategy is if the Mountaineers come down on this fast break? Do you think they should just keep throwing it down to the Mustangs' end, or do you think they should go back to their slow, methodical build-up that got them a lot of opportunities?
Get the puck down low, get shots on net, and just keep pounding the goalie with shots and getting in front, like keep whacking at it and hopefully get a lucky bounce into the net.
Yeah, because
I think that's the only way they're going to get past this goalie. He's pretty solid right now.
Yeah, that goalie is definitely having one of his best games he's ever had. And the Mountaineers seem like they get some good shots off every possession. It just, either a defender gets in the way or the goalie does his job.
Yeah, solid goaltending tonight.
We had two players attempt to grab that with their hand. Both were unsuccessful as it goes down to the Mustang end. Mountaineers keep possession and the Mustangs go right back. Mustangs send it down the Mountaineer end and the Mountaineers regain possession. I realized that the slow, methodical build-up didn't yield them any goals during the first period, but it seems like just chucking it down to the other end is doing even worse. Because every long pass I see done by the Mountaineers seems to end up on a Mustang stick. Even as the... And there you go again.
They need to put more pressure on them so they don't take it out of their zone. The Mountaineers throw it in their zone, but they don't put their men like on the Mustangs players, so they just have an easy out when they take the puck out.
It looks like, and it even looks like the Mustangs are starting to press a little bit higher now, starting to get their defenders forward a little bit more, having three guys in the Mountaineers zone even when the Mountaineers have possession.
Yesterday it looked like they were running like a 2-1-2 like setup, which means two forwards down low, one stays high to pressure them. Now it seems like they're running a 1-2-2, which is one forward pressures, and two defensive forwards who don't let them out of the zone.
Yep, and here come the Mustangs again down the side as the backhand is swatted away by the Mountaineer goaltending. Mountaineers look like they might try a little fast break on their own, a little 2-on-2 action. A shot goes just above the crossbar, but the Mountaineers are able to keep possession in the Mustang zone. Nice shot along the boards delivered by the Mountaineers as the Mustangs clear it down to the Mountaineer zone.
It seems like the Mountaineers are just trying to do a stretch pass and the Mustangs keep picking it off. The Mountaineers need to move more and get open so they can make that pass.
Yeah, looking at the Mustangs, they're definitely trying to stretch out the ice. I mean, the Mountaineers are definitely trying to stretch out the ice as much as possible, but the Mustangs are just too quick on the stick for them. It looks like the Mustangs again try to get another cross-ice pass, luckily broken up by your Mountaineers. They try to possess it back in their own zone and flip it high. Unable to get it out of their zone, though. Another big hit by the Mountaineers. The Mountaineers, if nothing else, the Mountaineers are definitely winning and Chiclet's knocked out. They're definitely doing everything they can to at least make sure that the Mustangs are a lot less willing just to stand there. Maybe, excuse me, folks, maybe the Mountaineers will be able to at least intimidate them into backing up a little bit. Face off down the Mountaineer end, left side. Face off won by the Mountaineers. Mountaineers try to send it up the left flank, but they are again stopped in the Mustangs, but not before they get it out of their own zone. Mountaineers possessing the neutral zones. They are screaming up the left flank. A good cut across the middle and then taken away by the Mustangs. Another shot smothered by the goaltender. What's your opinion on that? It looks like the Mountaineers had at least 2 guys down there before there were any Mustangs around that he could have just flipped it to, but he still chose to smother it. Do you think he should always smother it, or do you think you try to flip that one out?
Yeah, always good to take the safe play in case one of the other guys, not the Mountaineers, the Mustangs guys gets it and just puts it in an empty net.
And one thing that
big problem.
One thing I have noticed though is the Mustang goalie seems to be very aggressive about coming out of the crease. I've seen him come out multiple times that I've questioned, while I believe the Mountaineer goalkeeper is being much more conservative. Do you think that one strategy is necessarily better than the other?
It just depends on what type of goalie you are. Depending on how well you can play with the stick, with like your goaltender hands and all that.
Because like obviously so far you can just look at the scoreboard and say that one strategy is 3 goals better than the other, but you also gotta determine the quality of the chances that the skaters have gotten against you. Again, the Mountaineers try to get a shot off and are bodied up against the boards along the left flank, and the Mountaineers regain possession with a little scrum against the boards. Mustangs grab it. And a nice tripping with the delayed penalty, and that Mountaineer will be sent away for a 2-minute minor for tripping. Tripping has been called on number 88 of the Mountaineers, Alexander Ventura. Again, that is a 2-minute minor for tripping.
Unlucky play there. Seems like he was going for the puck, but the guy made a move and his stick got caught in the Mustang player's skates.
Those things, there's no evil intent behind that. Just sometimes you accidentally make a mistake when trying to make a hockey play, and then you end up getting a minor.
Good call. Not intentional, though.
Oh, it was definitely the right call, yeah. Another face-off in the Mountaineer zone. Won by the Mustangs. They send it out to the top of the zone where the puck is not cleanly possessed, but the Mustangs are able to keep possession on it. Mustangs just fiddling around with it around the edges of the zone, not really sending the puck to the middle yet. Pass attempt to be sent into the middle, gets tipped by the Mountaineers, but the Mustangs stay in control.
Mountaineers playing a little bit too contained too much. They need to put a little bit more pressure on them.
That's what I've noticed. I noticed the Mountaineers.
Okay, when Mustangs lose the puck, it seems like the Mountaineers aren't pouncing on the puck to get it out of the zone.
Yeah, that's what I noticed last period. The Mustangs, they were sprinting all the way to the Mountaineers were sprinting all the way to this end to try to halt the Mustangs. Now they look content with just skating in a square around the goal.
Yeah, good setup, but when they don't have possession of the puck, they just sit there and watch them hold the puck.
Yeah, it's like they're not actually putting any pressure to try to make the Mustangs make a mistake. They're just letting them pass it around.
Exactly.
And that's normally not a good strategy when you're the losing team.
No, you're exactly right.
The Mountaineer captain looked like he might have tripped over the Mustang goalie, but he's able to get possession of the puck and skirt around the outside and shot.
Almost
threw it into the goal. There. That would have been a great shorty.
That would have been a great shot.
A shorty would have. The shorty would bring all the Mountaineers back into the zone. Captain number 72 of the unknown name, since he's not on our roster, is sent to the ground again. And the Mountaineer tried to be so courteous that he sends it into his own bench.
It's one of his own teammates. I'm pretty sure he's not happy with him about that one.
No, that might be a talk for after this period about, hey, you only throw it to the guys on the ice, but good try.
Be a little bruised after that one.
Yeah, he definitely is not going to be feeling too happy. Face off here in the neutral zone. Won by the Mustangs, who possess it now in the neutral zone, and a slap shot, which is gloved by the Mountaineer goalie. Mountaineers just send it down into the Mustang zone. One Mountaineer sprinting after the puck. He's still possessed by the Mustangs. Mountaineers steal it back in their own zone and try to go on their own offense. A pass off the boards is just a bit too wide, but the Mountaineers are still fighting for it along the boards. Mustangs clear it out of their own zone, but the Mountaineers have possession in their zone. Cleared across the ice into the Mountaineer zone again, with the Mountaineers again regaining possession and sending into the neutral zone. The Mountaineers are definitely starting to put on a lot more pressure here now. It doesn't look like they're just content anymore, just sitting back and playing. They're actually putting a little bit of pressure on the Mustangs now.
Yeah, it looks like they're throwing some bodies now again. Just like the beginning of the first period, they're starting to pick it back up a little bit right now.
I mean, this seemed to be the best way the Mountaineers could play. They were playing a very even game. Granted, they were down 1-0 during this time, but they had a lot of shots, good shot opportunities themselves. It seemed like when they really got away from this, when the Mustangs really took control of the game. Off the goalie's glove in front of the goal, the Mountaineers get it with a nice trip by the Mustangs.
Good call by referee there. Strong, a good penalty there for the Mountaineers to get a power play.
Mountaineers are about to go on another Chili's power play here. Again, thank you to Chili's for the sponsor. What do you think the Mountaineers are going to try to do here during this power play?
I think they're going to try to set it up, get to the point, and get some shots on net, and get some bodies in front for some little tapping goals, maybe get lucky.
It almost feels like the Mountaineers need to have a goal here to have a realistic shot of scoring this period, because they are just not possessing the puck like they did during the strongest parts of the first period.
That's right.
Here we go, behind the goal, Mountaineers send it back out to the top of the zone, possessed at the top of the zone, sent across the zone, still possessed by the Mountaineers. A beautiful opportunity, and Mustangs attempted to knock it away, but the Mountaineers were able to keep it in possession. A little bit of deking, a little bit of fancy stick work going on in front of the goal. Is he called goal, or was that?
Seemed like number 88, Ace Ventura, trying to put the puck in there after the whistle there, trying to sneak one in there.
I think that was a little bit after the whistle on that one, so it looks like we're going to have another face-off in the Mustang zone. We appreciate the hustle, but I don't think the refs are that blind.
Nope, not one bit.
Face-off won by the Mountaineers in the Mustang zone. The power play stays at the Mustang zone with 1:30 left in the go. Mountaineers possess at the top of the zone with the Mustangs pressing. The way the Mustangs are pressing and spread out, it just takes one or two well-placed passes as the Mountaineers clear back, as the Mustangs clear back to the Mountaineers zone to really get a good shot off in front of goal.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Mustangs penalty kill. They seem to be putting the pressure on the Mountaineers and not letting them get any shots on net. He's getting it out of the zone.
As we say that, the Mountaineers are almost getting a good shot off on net. Mountaineers possess it behind the goal, send it back out to the top of the, no, they send it back to the bottom. Now it is sent back out to the top of the zone with a slap shot that is hit before it reaches the goalie. Send it back out to the top of the zone again. A little pass that goes a little wide, and the puck is cleared back down into the Mountaineer zone. Open puck here in the Mustang zone with the Mountaineers on the power play, and the pass goes just behind him and is not able to bring the puck back in front, but the Mountaineers do keep it in the Mustang zone. Mountaineers possess it in the corner. Ref scampers out of the way to make sure he doesn't get hit. Mountaineers send it back out to the top of the zone. A slap shot is attempted and is broken up by the Mustangs, who now have a 1-on-none. And the goalie is able to break that up.
Great play by Bobby, the goalie, right there.
That was beautiful. It was just the goalie and the player, and the goalie sticks his stick out to make sure he stops the guy.
Taking one for the team there, putting the body on the line.
It looks like we've got a delayed penalty here on the Mustangs.
Seems like it's going to be goal interference.
Yes.
Mustangs coach doesn't seem too happy about the call right now.
I think his complaint is that the goalie came too far out of the crease, but I definitely believe it was goalie interference because the goalie still looks like a majority of his body was in the crease and he just went to poke the puck away with his stick.
Yeah, it looked like the player didn't even make an attempt to go after the puck one bit. It looked like he just had to run over the goalie.
Yeah, I think he knew the goalie was going to beat him to the puck and decided to go after the man. I think that's one of the main elements of the call there.
That's right.
Looks like the unknown captain for Stevenson is still chirping at the ref, the WVU bench, and anyone else who cares to listen to him.
Not a roster player. You could easily snitch on you.
We'll have to find out who this man's is. Face off here in the Mustangs' end. Won by the Mustangs, but then regained possession by the Mountaineers, and the Mountaineers have a brand new 2-minute Chili's power play. Set down in the Mountaineer zone.
I like the way that flows off the tongue, Chili's power play.
Chili's gave us a really nice bag of stuff to begin of the year that allowed us to raise money at our auction, so we try to return the favor, give them some good publicity for helping out WVU hockey.
Great to hear. I love Chili's.
It's great to hear a nice local restaurant helping out the Mountaineers.
Alex Ventura, number 88, didn't seem to hear the referees yelling offsides.
It's a damn shame whenever you can't hear offsides.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. Oh, seems like 88 is getting a little mad at 72 right now. Unrostered player.
Well, the only problem is if that number 72 loses any chiclets in a fight, we can't use dental records to find out who he is. It's going to make it a lot harder for us. Face off in the Mountaineers zone, won by the Mountaineers. Possess it behind their own goal. Mountaineers bringing it up out of their zone, across the neutral, into the Mustang zone, still going fast, back to the top of the zone. And the power play seems like it's spending a lot more time in the Mountaineer end than the Mountaineers would like.
Yeah, Mustangs just keep getting the puck and sending it back down, and the Mountaineers have to keep regrouping and coming back in, try to set up.
Just wasting time for the Mountaineers, but it's exactly what the Mustangs want to do. It seems like the Mustangs are dominating just as much during a weak-sided power play as during the normal 5-on-5.
Yeah, Mountaineers need to set it up and work the puck around.
There's no reason for the Mountaineers to be desperate. They still have 26 and a half minutes of hockey to be played.
That's right. They need to get some shots and stop panicking so much.
Yeah, no need to panic. Just take your time, get some good shots off. Stop trying to do 1-on-4 like we continue to try to do. It's like you're outnumbering them 5-4. Why shrink yourself down to 1-on-4 and have the other 4 guys just standing there?
That's right.
And the Mustangs steal it and go on another fast break. Wow. That was more quality of 3 passes in a row by the Mustangs than the Mountaineers had for their whole power play.
That is exactly.
And it ends with a smothered goal by the Mountaineer goalkeeper with 1 second still left in the Mountaineer power play. The Mountaineers were essentially on power play for 4 minutes in a row and had absolutely nothing to show for it, hardly even a shot on goal.
Hopefully they can turn around and start picking it up soon here.
They've really got to. The Mustangs are starting to even though the Mustangs have not scored at all this period, it really seems like they're starting to pull away with this game. And the Mountaineers have got to pull one back this period just to get some confidence.
Only 6 shots for the Mountaineers this period.
And they are definitely... and the Mustangs score again, folks. The Mountaineers are having a rough go of it today.
Just being left out to dry, the goaltender. Playing a good game. It's just like not much help from defense.
Yeah, goalkeeper's doing everything he can for the team. If the goalkeeper would just be playing an average day, this would probably be 6-0 instead of 4-0. But the goalkeeper's made a couple very, very nice saves today.
It would be a 6-7-0 game right now.
It's just on the skaters. The goalie's doing his part. It's up to the skaters to pick up the slack and try to do something to help out the team. Hockey's a team sport. Not one guy can't win it all for you. They may fight a little bit, but this ain't boxing.
I need the Mountaineers to pick it back up and get some goals coming.
I mean, I even think
big hit by 6.
Yeah, see, that's what we need. We just need heart to be shown.
Oh, what are these refs calling though? Interference. The player had the puck, ref.
Questionable call by the refs here that looks like it's going to send the Mountaineer to a penalty box.
Seems like he's getting off the ice right now.
Huh?
He's getting off the ice right now.
Wow.
Not exactly sure why. Can't see it right now, but
no, it looks like the Mountaineer player who was called for interference has left the ice. We will bring you more on that as we find out, for we are unsure why he has left the ice. He definitely should not be sent off for an interference call.
Maybe it wasn't an interference call. Maybe he was just getting off the ice for a personal reason, though. Yeah, they're sending another Mountaineer to the box, but that could also be for him, though.
Yes. He may have suffered some injury or something that he had to walk off for, but he moved under his own power.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll have to see how that develops, but the looks like the Mustangs are going on a power play again. Hopefully the Mustangs use their power plays as well as the Mountaineers have done so far, and the game stays 4-0.
Great save by Bobby.
Another great save by the Mountaineer goalkeeper. Again, the Mountaineer goalkeeper is keeping these Mountaineers in this game.
Hopefully the Mountaineers players don't start getting too chippy and getting too frustrated right now.
There's a difference between jippy to get some momentum back and jippy just because you know you're going to lose, you're just getting frustrated.
Exactly right.
There's a fine line they've got to skate across there.
Hopefully they still have confidence that they can win.
Face-off is won by the Mountaineers and sent down into the Mustangs' end. Mustangs are keeping it in their end for a while. Good press by the Mountaineers to make them waste more time down at their end. Mustangs controlling in the Mountaineers zone are bodied up against the boards. And again, the puck is sent down into the Mustang zone with the Mountaineer pressing to cause them to waste a little more time. Mountaineer gets possession of the puck there.
That's the type of pressure you need on the Stevenson forwards right there. Trying to keep it in their zone. That's what they had in the first period.
That's what they did in the first period. That worked so well. They got away with that at the beginning of the second period, and now they're back to it, and it seems to be working well again. If nothing else, it eats up the power play clock. Slap shot by the Mustangs is sent not even close to the goal. Mustang goes down in front of the goal, and the puck is hit against the boards where the Mustangs keep possession. Little skirmish down near the boards, and the Mountaineers gain possession of the puck. Tried to possess it in the neutral zone, unable to possess it, and the Mustangs clear. Side change for the Mountaineers as the Mustangs bring it back down.
Seems like what the Mustangs are doing is just getting the puck in across the red line, dumping it in, just getting their first 2 guys on the puck and keeping it in our zone.
Yeah, it seems like they're in a rush to get it into the zone. Once they're in the zone, they're just content to sit back and wait for the Mountaineers to make a mistake. Down against the boards as the power play comes to an end. Mountaineers go on a little bit of a break right as this power play comes to an end. Could this be the Mountaineers' first goal of the game? Shot saved by the goalie's pad.
That was a close shot right off the goalie's butt end. They usually say when hit off the goalie's butt end, it's a lucky save.
Yeah. Mountaineers had a great fast break opportunity there. The Mustangs have capitalized on all their fast breaks. The Mountaineers need to try to do the same as the ref stops play.
Great shot by 25, Tyler Collins right there.
Looks like there's a problem with the door where the Mustangs go in and out of their penalty box.
Seems like they got it under control now, though.
Yeah, looks like they got it under control, and play will resume after a face-off in the Mountaineer end. Mustangs are just dominating shots on goal right now, 32-23. Mountaineers really at least just got to get some shots on goal. At least make the goalie continue to do as great as he has all game to keep this shutout. Another save by the Mustang goalie. Puck set around the boards. Mountaineers got it right in front of the goal and right across the crease.
The Mountaineers have the right attitude right now. Just try to get anything on net just to get a goal. I like the mentality they have.
There's been a very obvious mentality change from the first half of this period to now. The Mountaineers have given much more effort as they continue to fight for it along the boards. It is still going down as a fight along the boards, and the Mountaineers do eventually come away with the puck before the Mustangs take it right back and send it into the neutral zone. Mountaineers are looking to reset up their offense here, see if they can get another stint of possession like that. Mountaineers possessing in the corner.
Puck seems to hop over Addison's stick there.
Puck bounces off the ref, the boards, and a few different players before the the Mustangs are able to clear it only as far as the blue line, though, as the Mountaineers keep it in. Glove saved by the Mustang goalie. We'll have a face-off. Minute 44 left in this period, and outside these last couple minutes, I haven't seen a reason for the score to change in favor of the Mountaineers at all.
Yeah, Mountaineers need to put shots on, shoot low, get some rebounds. Maybe they'll capitalize. Goalie's got a good glove and a good blocker.
If the Mountaineers continue to play with the same aggressiveness they played the last couple of minutes with, I'm confident they'll be able to put a little hurting on the Mustangs before the game's over. But they've got to be able to keep this mentality up, and so far this game they've not. Mustangs possess it behind their own goal and try to get a little break going. Pass into the neutral zone and then into the Mountaineer zone. Mountaineers send it down to the goalie. Another pad save by the goalie. This man is having an unbelievable game.
Great hustle to get the puck to net there by number 10, Alex Brennan.
I love the heart the Mountaineers are starting to play with. If nothing else, they're not going down without a fight. They can at least say they kept their pride throughout the game.
That's right. Seems like it's not even heart anymore. It's conditioning. It seems like the Mountaineers are getting pretty tired, and the Mustangs are going pretty hard right now.
It's always hard to play games on back-to-back days. It always is. I think it's incredible that they ask these student athletes to do that, and then they still expect them to play at their best both days. It's almost unfair to ask them.
The last time they were on the ice was about, I would say,
game ended at 12:01 last
14 hours ago. It was about 14 hours since they were off the ice and they got back on.
Yep, it's only been 14 hours. The Mountaineers had enough time for a quick nap and a snack, and then they were back on the ice.
That's about right.
Puck goes high into the net, and we'll have a face-off down the Mountaineer end. 17.3 seconds left to go in this period. I mean, even though the Mustangs only scored one goal this period, I'd say that the Mountaineers showed more heart, or at least more effort during the first period, because they only really started pressing these last 4 minutes or so.
Yeah, Mountaineers had a slow start to the second period, but they picked it up at the last 10 minutes and are playing their game again.
If I'm the coach going into this break, I'm telling them play the next 20 like you just played the last 4. If you can keep up that mentality, you keep your pride, you keep your chance to win alive.
If I'm the coach, I'm telling them to play the first 5 minutes of the first period.
Yep. All right, as the period ends, a little skirmish breaks out. Nice cheap shot by the Mustangs.
Cross check to the back of the head on one of the Mountaineers players. Getting a little scrummy right now.
Refs are quick to break it up, and doesn't look like any penalties will be assessed as of right now. Oh, I may have spoke too soon. No, it looks like no penalties were assessed, and all players were just sent off the ice. All right, folks, we'll be back at the beginning of the next period.
Hi, this is Brock Braidwood here with Bobby, the netminder for the Mountaineers. Mustangs only managed to put 1 goal in the net this period. What strategy do you think the Mountaineers employed from your perspective to keep the goals down from the first period?
I think while the team's trying to make it into our zone, we're trying to take the body more and playing around less with the puck. And we worked on a different breakout this time, so.
Thank you very much. That's the second period finished with Bobby here. And stay tuned for period 3. Let's go Mountaineers.
Mountaineers are coming out to start this warm-up with a lot of noise. It looks like they're still very fired up, very passionate, and still believe they can win this game.
Coach came in with the big talk. It seems like the Mountaineers are very pumped up to coming out screaming, ready to play. Hopefully they can turn around and get a bunch of goals here right now.
It's a great thing to hear that a team sounds like they're not giving up, even down by 4 with 1 period left to go. I love to see it.
Yeah, it's good to see you right now. So Bobby can keep playing good tonight also.
I just hope they can keep this intensity up throughout the whole 20 minutes. Alright, shit, we're good. I just hope the skaters can play as good as Bobby's been playing the whole game.
Yeah, Bobby's having a great game right now. 32 shots on goal for the Mustangs, 25 for Mountaineers.
You think this Mustang goalie can keep playing as well as he has the whole game?
Truthfully, I think the Mountaineers need to get some better quality shots and get the opportunities they need. They're getting the shots, but they're not getting their rebounds and not finishing it.
Looking at the scoreboard, there have been 2 minutes put up for each team, so it looks like we're starting off this with they have 5 skaters on the ice still. Is there a miscommunication going on right now?
There is a coincidental penalty at the end of the period there. So there's going to be playing 5-on-5 here since they're both got a penalty at the same time.
Okay.
It just means they're not going to be able to come out on the ice once the penalty's over. They have to wait for the whistle.
Oh, it looks like they've got 4 skaters out for each team. There are 4 skaters. So each team is.
I am wrong, actually.
Yeah, so it looks like each team has 4 skaters starting off the period. Mountaineers have it down in the Mustang end at the top of the zone. Fire a shot just wide of the goal, and the Mustangs pick it up. Into the neutral zone, the Mustangs go, but the Mountaineers take it right back. Stoppage in play.
Number 7, Kyle Coughlin, 2 minutes for slashing. Good call by the referee. This game a good old baseball swing to the back of the legs, and the Mustang player just dropped. Easy call for the referee to make there.
Mustangs will now have a 4-on-3 power play for the next 1 minute and 35 seconds. And then it'll switch to a 5-on-4 power play for the next 25 seconds after that. Face off in the Mountaineer end. Won by the Mustangs. As a hockey player, do you prefer a 5-on-4 power play or a 4-on-3 power play?
As a hockey player, I prefer a 5-on-4 power play just because I just like having more players on the ice to support me, and even though they have more, it's just hockey players usually tend to practice a 5-on-4 more in practice and have a better gist of what's going on the ice.
Okay, I was wondering. I didn't know if a 4-on-3 power play would
present any more advantages like more skating room.
Yeah, there's more skating room with the 4-on-3. It just depends on what type of hockey players are on the ice, I guess. But if I were to be playing, I'd rather have a 5-on-4.
Looks like the Mountaineers are just content with trying to wait this one out. They just sat back in their zone for a while and waiting for the Mustangs to press them, and then cleared it into the Mustang zone as soon as the Mustangs came up on them. Mustangs leave it but are able to keep it in their own zone instead of the Mountaineers tossing it out. Mustangs have it up top, try to toss it in, and is smothered by the Mountaineers. Looks like the Mountaineers talking to the ref about something.
Yeah, not sure exactly what they're talking about right there.
Face off to come here in the Mountaineer end. Puck stays in the Mountaineer zone. And Mustangs possess it at the top of the zone. Mustangs are definitely taking their time and are in absolutely no rush during this power play.
5 seconds both on the penalties that are at the beginning of the period.
And the Mustangs have now switched to a 5-on-4 power play.
Block shot by Alex Evans right there. Great block.
Puck knocked out of the Mountaineer zone all the way to the Mustang zone. Rattles around the boards for a little bit, and looks like that's going to be just about the end of the Mustang power play.
Great PK by the Mountaineers there, keeping the puck from being on net as much like the last 2 periods.
All right, Mountaineers clear down to the Mustang zone. A little bit of a collision right there at the top of the Mustang zone that the Mustangs come away with possession of the puck before the Mountaineers take it back. Puck is shot down into the Mustang zone with both players chasing it. Mustangs take the puck, cross into the neutral zone, cross into the Mountaineer zone, look to make a pass across the ice, but it's tipped away by the Mountaineers before the Mustangs take it back. Another great save by the Mountaineers. Bobby is just having probably one of the best games of his season.
Yeah, Bobby's playing great tonight, not letting much get past him, just controlling anything he can control.
Even if the Mountaineers lose this game, Bobby has absolutely nothing to be ashamed about. He did everything he could to help this team win.
Yeah, Bobby is the West Virginia MVP so far right now.
Undoubtedly. Unfortunately for Bobby, his counterpart's just been slightly better, and the Mustangs have gotten slightly better opportunities to score.
Yeah, seems like, I don't know, West Virginia needs to get some shots on. I don't know what else to say.
It just seems like the Mustangs are beating the Mountaineers to the puck. I don't know if it's conditioning, heart, I don't know what it is, but the Mustangs just seem to win most 50-50 pucks.
Yeah, that's a big factor in winning hockey games, those 50-50 pucks.
It also seems like the Mustangs are normally a little bit smarter with their passes, seem to turn the puck over less during the pass. Mountaineers try to get it in front of goal, but it's tipped away by the Mustangs, but not as far as the blue lines. The Mountaineers are able to keep it in the zone. Couple shots off the goalie's pad, but no real challenge there. Mountaineers again possess at the top of the zone. Shot goes just left, hits off the boards, but is able to stay in the zone. Mustangs finally get it out of the zone and play is stopped.
Getting a little chippy right now with the 2 Mountaineers and the 1 Mustang player.
That was almost a 2-on-1 fight right there. Mustangs player.
Foul by referee on 21 Hickman, it seems like.
Mustang player tried to plead his innocence by saying he was the innocent bystander, but it did not seem like that.
Doesn't seem like it was a barrier call. They should, if it was anything, it should be both players going to the box right now. The guy in the Mustangs initiated the whole thing and only caught Brian.
Now it looks like the Mustang players are chirping with the Mountaineer bench, which was also something that happened last night. It's obvious there's been no love lost in this game between these two teams. May not be an official rivalry, but these two teams are sure treating it like one. Face off in the neutral zone. Won by the Mustangs. Mustangs possess it in their own zone as they start their attack. Mountaineers are pressing high again, just like they did at the end of the second period, which is a good sign that they're not giving up yet. But ultimately, it comes down to who scores the most goals, and the Mountaineers just haven't been able to put in the net. It's a fight for the puck. What's that? It looks like a hooking called on the Mustangs, number 14. Looks like he'll be sent to the box for a 2-minute minor. I don't quite know what all the symbols mean yet.
I'll try to teach you some that you might not know. Boarding.
Face off in the Mustang zone. And the puck is immediately sent into the net. No one won that one. Basically just restart with a new puck. Exact same face-off spot in the Mustang zone with the Mountaineers on a Chili's power play. I really hope the Mountaineers can use this power play to the advantage and really just get a goal.
Yeah, I can see something coming soon, I feel like. Hopefully they can get one in the next minute or two on this power play.
Hopefully this is the only part of this power play that's not spent in the Mustang zone as the puck is cleared to the Mountaineer end. Mustangs are doing what the Mountaineers are doing to them. They're pressing high on the power play, making sure they're wasting as much time outside the zone as possible as the Mountaineers get it right at the top of their zone. Top left corner, sends it down to the bottom left corner of the zone. Shot attempted to be on goal, stopped short of its destination. The Mountaineers need to have softer touches with their stick. It seems like every time it hits the stick, it bounces like 3 feet in any direction.
Yeah, they try to be too fancy with their pass. They like to call saucer passing. They like the saucer and it just fumbles off the ice and then hits the ground and starts bouncing everywhere. Not a very good pass, in my opinion. Only good if you can affect it perfectly.
We definitely are losing by way too much to try to be fancy right now.
Yeah, exactly. So you need to get some shots on and stop playing too fancy.
49 seconds left in this power play as the Mustangs break it in the Mountaineer end. 1-on-1 broken up by Mountaineers, number 26, Eric Dickman. I have a second cousin with the last name of Dickman. Yes, I do. But he lives back in Cincinnati, so I'd be shocked if he's on the Mountaineer hockey team. As the Mustangs clear it back to the Mountaineer end. Yeah, my cousin's about a 35-year-old teacher, so I don't think he's playing D2 club hockey for the Mountaineers right now.
I don't know. Never stop chasing your dreams.
Hey, sometimes you just got to go back to school and do whatever you can while you're there. Glove smothered by the goalie after a little rainbow chip right to him. 13:25 left in the third period, but a pretty even start to the period so far. The only problem with that is the Mountaineers have had more power play time than the Mustangs have had this period.
That's right. Not one shot, I think, on that power play.
Hate to see it, but unfortunately that's how this whole game is.
Like much of a shot, though.
Yeah.
Not very many good quality shots.
Might have been a shot if his mom was keeping scorebook, but other than that, I don't think that counts as a shot. And again, the Mustangs get it right in front of the Mountaineer goal before Bobby's able to jump on it and smother it.
Great read to find that puck and cover it before they got to it.
Again, the Mountaineer defenders are just letting these pucks float around right in front of goal and just leaving Bobby up to defend himself. Man's turned into a one-man band. As Post Malone comes back across the speakers, we have another face-off in the Mountaineer zone. Won by the Mountaineers, but they were not able to clear it from their zone. Mountaineers throw it in the Mustang zone. Mustangs bring it back to the Mountaineers zone with a little bit of a one-on-one, but is poked away by number 7 of the Mountaineers, Kyle Coughlin. Cleared as far as the neutral zone before Coughlin takes it back in his own zone. Mountaineers bringing it through the neutral zone. An attempted pass is completed after a slight tip, and it's cleared above the boards behind the goalie. Mountaineers keep it in the Mustang zone. It is cleared in the neutral zone by the Mustangs. Mustangs attempt a little chip pass down to the corner and switch lines. Maybe not a great shot by the Mountaineers there, but when you're outnumbered 4-1, that was probably his best option.
Yep, not very much he could do there besides put it on net and get a face-off for an opportunity to come next.
That's another example where the Mountaineers have got to use more energy and they've got to get down to the ice. They can't just hang out in the neutral zone all day. That's not going to get them any goals.
I think they're just going for a line change there. It seemed like there's players retired, getting some fresh bodies on.
Hopefully this is a smart move and a good opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see if it pays off with the face-off down to the Mustang end. Won by the Mountaineers before the Mustangs poke it away and clear it into the neutral zone. Mustangs and Mountaineers fighting along the board for possession. No clear winner yet as it goes all the way down to the end of the Mountaineers zone. Bodies going up against the board, still fighting for this puck. That is incredible. That Mustang player was outnumbered 2-1 at multiple points during that fight and is still able to keep it. Mountaineers send into the neutral zone to attempt to break. Behind the Mustang goal, the Mountaineers are trying to get it back in front, but the Mustangs clear it around the boards. Stoppage in play. Not sure what the call is yet, but the ref is talking to number 88, Ace Ventura of the Mountaineers. Looks like he's being... Is he being sent to the box right now?
It seems like he's being sent to the box right now. He doesn't seem very happy either. I'm not sure what the call is.
Yeah, I've yet to see a signal from the ref.
Oh, we don't know what happened right now. He didn't seem happy coming to the bench. But he's not going to the box either.
No, that's weird. It looks like he was just sent to his bench.
Yeah, I guess he was just sent to the bench. Don't see what was going on there.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that before.
Me neither, actually.
Because the ref clearly pointed as if he was throwing him to the box, and that's why I was waiting for a signal for what the penalty was. But then he just went to the bench.
Yeah, that's a weird one there. Seems like he's wanting to get off the ice.
Yeah, Mustangs break. A great
opportunity there.
Great cross pass. Yeah, great cross pass that the Mustang just lifted a little too high. Mountaineers send it back into the Mustang zone. Another stoppage in play. This goalie for the Mustangs smothers it, and we'll have another face-off in the Mustang zone. Mountaineers win it and keep it in the zone before the Mustangs send it to the neutral zone. Mustangs send it down to the Mountaineers zone with one Mustang chasing after it. It looks like he's going to beat both Mountaineers to the puck as he gets sent along the boards. Luckily, the Mountaineers are able to regain possession. Quick spin move, and that should be a trip on the Mustangs. Yes, sir.
Seems like Tyler Collard trying to do a spin move and drawing a call on the Mustangs to get a tripping there.
Hey, whatever works at this point. When you're down by 4 goals with less than 10 minutes of hockey left, you got to do everything you can to try to win.
Yeah, you'll take anything you can get also on those penalties.
Hopefully this Chili's power play can spice it up a little bit and we can get a goal here.
Yeah, what are they, 0 for 4 now? 0 for 5?
0 for as many as you can count on one hand at least.
Honestly.
And it looks like a couple extracurricular activities involving Mountaineers Ace Ventura and Mustangs Chris Javins. All right, face-off to ensue. Looks like the Mustangs are having some kind of complaints about this face-off. All right, there, the puck has now been dropped. Face-off originally won by the Mustangs, but the puck is now possessed by the Mountaineers. Bobby's first mistake of the game.
Almost let in a little like drop-in shot, I guess. Like hit the crossbar, but between his legs, out in front, the Mustang guy gets in his front, and Bobby just recovers and makes a great save after it.
Yeah, Bobby didn't do a quick recovery, but it almost seemed like he got too cute for his own good there for a second.
Yeah. I don't know, I don't know what happened there. I guess he's misread the puck where it was going, just hit the crossbar and came up between his legs.
Maybe he's had such a great game that his confidence got to him.
Yeah.
Thought he was Pecorine for a second. Mountaineers bring it into the neutral zone, but the Mustangs take possession back before the Mountaineers are able to get into the Mustang zone. Just a reminder to y'all folks, even though it hasn't seemed like it, the Mountaineers have been on a power play during this time. Granted, the puck's been as much in the Mountaineer zone as the Mustang zone, but the Mountaineers are technically on a power play right now.
It seems like they're trying to enter the zone, just like do stupid plays and not set anything up and make an actual play.
I mean, it just seems like the Mountaineers can't even keep it in the Mustang zone while they have a skater advantage. Like, I don't know what's going on with the Mountaineers right now.
They're just not thinking. They're trying to play too much individual hockey right now.
I think that they're starting to think that the reason they're losing is someone else on the team's fault, and they're trying to do it all themselves. That's just not going to win you a game.
Yeah, looks like they're setting it up now. Thank God.
One skater is not going to win you a game. It's not going to happen, especially when the other team's playing together.
That's for sure.
Mountaineers have at least been able to keep it in the Mustangs' end for a few seconds of this period. Oh, and I lied. As they get sent back out into the neutral zone, that looks like that'll be the end of yet another empty Chili's power play. Mountaineers possess it behind their own goal and send it deep into the Mustang zone.
Good opportunity there. Almost got one on net there.
Is it just me, or does it seem like the Mountaineers have done better this period at even strength versus when they're on the power play?
Yeah, I don't know. Just whenever they get the power play, they just want to try to do something fancy and cute by themselves and not set anything up.
Yeah, normally you don't get confidence boosters by not scoring on power plays, but it looks like the Mountaineers are almost cocky from how good they think their power plays have gone. I'm not trying to word that.
I don't know. Maybe they just think they should do it all themselves because nothing's working out right now.
I don't know. I always say when you're losing, there's no such thing as a bad way to change it up, but I think trying to change from 5 players to 1 player is a bad way to change it up.
That is a very bad way, if you ask me.
Yeah, there's,
Chippy a little bit now.
yeah, it's getting real chippy. It looks like we almost had 2 separate fights break out. Did that man just try to kick another man with a skate?
I don't know. That's a little soccer player action right there, though.
I was going to say, I know I used a few soccer terms tonight, but I don't think they can hear me. I also don't believe that most soccer players have blades on the bottom of their feet.
Don't think so. Soccer is not played on ice.
No, last time I checked, it was still on the grass, so I'm not quite sure what inspired him. Maybe he watched Happy Gilmore recently and wanted to become the second man to try to stab someone with his skate. I don't know. But hey, you know what? Down by 4, 7 minutes left. You just got to do what you got to do.
I guess so.
Face off in the Mustang zone, won by the Mustangs. Yet the Mountaineers were able to get a quick backhand off that is yet again saved by the Mustang goalkeeper. That is now his 33rd save of the game.
Very good game for him. Just also, Mountaineers need to start hitting like some corners, to be honest. It seems like they're throwing at his chest and it's like on the ice at his stick.
Oh, this has been absolutely incredible. Mustangs bring it up into the Mountaineers zone. I just did a quick math on my phone. Bobby still has over a 90% save rate right now, even with giving up 4 goals.
That's a very good percentage right there. He's been playing a great game right now.
Like, Bobby has done just about everything he can for this team.
Yeah, great game for Bobby tonight.
Just up for his skaters to pick him back up. Looked like it tried to do a little fancy deke there, and it didn't work out well, but that pass was well placed. Now, if Ace just could have gotten a one-time little wrister up into the top right corner, I think that would have been perfect.
Yeah, just get control of the puck and put it up there.
Short side up to the 2-hole, I think, would have been his best move there, but again, tries to be too fancy with it, and it doesn't work out.
Exactly right there.
Well, that pass was to someone, I think, but hey, the Mountaineers kept possession, so we'll call it a good pass.
Good pass there by the Mountaineers.
You know what? It doesn't matter what it hits before it reaches your player's stick. As long as it eventually reaches your player's stick, we'll call it a good pass. Mustangs just, again, that just looked like he outfought the Mountaineer player. They both had it on a 50-50 puck, and then Mustangs just shoved Mountaineers out of the way.
26 Eric Dickman talking to 13 right now about something about a little argument, maybe a little chirping going on there.
It definitely seems like this game has continued to get chirpier as it has gone on.
I don't know, maybe chirping or maybe after game plan to get some beers or something.
These players are getting both chirpy and chippy.
Mountaineers need to figure out a player to get on the ice.
Yeah, it's like...
They need to figure it out and get a player out there.
The Mountaineers had a hard enough time when they've had 5 skaters on the ice. I don't know why they thought was to try to do it with 4.
It seems like they're not thinking enough to know that they need 5 players out there.
But too many journalism majors out on the ice. I don't think we can count that high. For all of those listening, I'm a journalism major, so I'm allowed to say that. Mountaineers get into the Mustang zone. Nice slap shot, hit right at the goalie, but again, another great save. I think this Mustang goalkeeper needs to buy a lottery ticket at the end of this game. Seems like his luck's doing pretty well right now.
Right there.
Mustangs dispossess the Mountaineers in the Mustang zone, but the Mountaineers get it right back and send a shot just wide of the goal. Again, the puck scatters across the face of the goal. Again, the puck goes across the face of the goal. The Mountaineers are just
good zone time right now. Leaving the puck in the zone.
Mountaineers were just sending it board side to board side, left to right the whole time, just waiting for someone to get a nice stick on it and divert it back toward the goal. Mountaineer with a little mess up, a deke by the Mustangs, a backhand shot just goes just high into the net.
He could have got 3 points there with that shot there. Feels good.
Yeah, the only problem is this ain't football. If it was football, we were only down by 4. I'd say we had a good chance of coming back with 4.5 minutes left. Hockey down by 4 with 4.5 minutes left. I'd say we have a little bit less of a chance. Face off in the Mountaineer end, won by the Mountaineers. Mountaineers possess it in their own end, send it off the boards into the neutral zone where the Mustangs get it back and send it right back to the Mountaineer zone. Mountaineers just look like they're fighting to get out of their own zone at this point. The Mustangs are doing such a high press, it looks like the Mountaineers just don't have any answer for it. As soon as the Mustangs get out of their zone, the Mountaineers get out of their zone, the Mustangs take it from them. We're now to under 4 minutes and 50 seconds, under 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in this game, and I think the light is becoming dimmer and dimmer for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, let's hopefully the Mountaineers can get a goal before the period ends, just so they don't get shut out.
Yeah. You always feel ashamed when you can't get a goal, but I don't even know if it's necessarily all the Mountaineers' fault. Yes, they've done some questionable things throughout this game that they definitely could have done better. Oh, and another stoppage in play.
Referee's got no tolerance right now, trying to get any fights started. Doesn't seem like he wants to break any up right now.
Nope, that ref gave a quick penalty to the Mountaineers there.
Just one quick elbow to the face, and he's sent off the ice for 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2-minute minor. Mustangs get another power play here with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. This power play won't be over until there's only 1:20 left in the game. If I'm the Mountaineers, I'm just hoping for a goal now.
Yeah. They're just probably hoping for a goal. Maybe you're getting a little frustrated trying to go after some bodies now.
Yeah. That's the problem, and I think that's what that ref's trying to make sure that does not happen. He's making sure this game does not get out of hand. Is he sending... Did someone call a timeout?
I think West Virginia called a timeout.
All right, maybe try to get a little strategy. Put him... Nope, Stevenson timeout.
Oh, Stevenson timeout?
Yep. Stevenson called their timeout last night when they were up by 2 goals with just a little bit left too. Now they're up by 4, just a little bit left, and they call a timeout. What do you do as a coach for why you would call a timeout when you're up by so much with so little left in the game?
I guess they just want to seal the deal and get another quick one on the board and just rub it in.
Yeah, I was going to say, outside of just rubbing it in and being unsportsmanlike, I don't see the reason to call the timeout in this situation. You're about to go into power play up by 4 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Yeah, just go out there and play the game. It's already 4-0.
Just seems like bad sportsmanship. Oh. Yeah, it's true. What one of our great off-mic editors just suggested that he might just be telling his team to make sure they avoid fights at all costs, which would be a worthy use of a timeout. So we can't just assume that Stevenson's using it in an unsportsmanlike way. We must give them the benefit of the doubt that they're a better team than that. All right, timeout over. No, we definitely do not want to. They definitely want to avoid all unnecessary suspensions at this point. All right, face-off to ensue here down in the Mountaineer end. 2 minutes of the next 3 minutes and 20 seconds, the Mountaineers will have no more than 4 skaters on the ice.
71 caught a stick to the neck or something.
If you're the Mountaineers now, you can't even pull your goalie out until there's less than 1:20 left in the game, and you'll still be down by 4 at that point. Do you even bother to pull him?
Doesn't seem like they're going to be pulling him anytime soon. Even if they were even strength, I don't see the point of pulling him. It's 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0. You only have 1:20 left, and your goalie's been the best player for the whole game. Again, a little chippy.
Getting chippy, 6 tries to go head on at Bobby after he shoots it.
Yeah, I don't understand this. Mountaineers, the one thing you can always hold your head high about is that you showed good sportsmanship throughout the game, and this is not the way to end it. I understand they're frustrated. They lost to this team last night as well, but there's just no reason for this. All you're doing is making yourselves look bad at this point.
Yeah.
One thing I will give the refs good credit for, they have been in control of these out-of-play skirmishes very well.
Yeah, they've been keeping it under control, not letting too much happen right now.
Keeping the extracurriculars to a minimum as best they can. Number 15, Shane Gilbert for the Mountaineers, is not quite able to win the face-off as the Mustangs keep possession in the Mountaineer zone.
Shane Gilbert with the front one-on-one.
Shane Gilbert does get a little break though, a little fancy stick work just before the Mustangs are able to poke it away. Mustangs play it off the board down in the Mountaineer zone. Oh, almost bounced in for the 5th goal of the game for the Mustangs. Another good save by Bobby. Gosh, it's just, I don't know, I can't even begin to fathom where the Mountaineers would be right now if Bobby was not doing what he's doing.
Yeah, Bobby's has saved 38 shots out of 42 tonight.
Gosh, like that man is just doing he's done everything he could to help his team win. He just didn't get any support this game.
Technically, he has saved more shots than the Stevenson goalie.
Yeah, Bobby has more saves. Add one more save to that list right there.
He's got 2 more saves than the goalie with the shutout right now.
Yep, it just shows you the difference between what the team skaters have done this game.
Yeah, nothing Bobby can do tonight.
Yeah. I'd even go to venture to say that his skaters almost owe him an apology at the end of this night.
Yeah, they left him out to dry on some of those goals tonight.
Minute 40 left, 20 seconds left in the power play. Mustangs controlled in their own zone.
big hit by number 11, Alex Evans. Stevenson player sitting on his butt in the right corner.
Yeah.
Seems like he's a little shifted up right now.
And looks like number 11 for the Mountaineers, Alex Evans, has just been ejected from the game. We have some unhappy fans with that call.
Looks like some more talking with some of the Mount 57 and their assistant captain, I think number 13.
Again, not on our list. What is up with these captains and assistant captains of Stevenson not being on our list today?
Number 13 is not on that list either.
Okay, do we have like a bad roster here, or is this team just reporting like half their players?
I see a guy on the roster that I know is not on their D3 team. He is actually on their D1 team.
Is it possible that we currently have the roster for Stevenson's D1 team?
We might have the roster for D1 team.
Well, Mountaineers will be down 5-3 for the next 7 seconds, and then 5-4 for possibly the rest of the game. Mustangs keeping it in the Mountaineer zone with another great glove save by Bobby, and again more extracurriculars. 18 for the Mustangs has just been sent off.
18 got a penalty for cross-checking after the whistle.
And that's a 2-minute minor, which will sit him for the rest of the game. So we now have 4-on-4 for the rest of the game.
With a minute left here.
So 4-on-4, 1 minute, 2 seconds left. Face-off to ensue on the Mustang end of the ice.
I'm the Mustang players. I'm just not even talking to the Mountaineers and just like trying to get the game over with so I can get out of there.
Yeah, there's no point to making this game last any longer than it has to if you're the Mustangs right now. Oh, they do. The Mountaineers do start to pull the goalie. Then they tell him quickly to hurry back to his crease. Has a couple of nice saves, and the Mountaineers regain possession behind the goal. Mountaineers desperately do want to pull the goalie, but looks like they're not going to have the opportunity to with only 30 seconds left in the game.
Maybe they'll try something quickly if they get possession in the zone.
Looks like Bobby's... There he goes, there he goes, there he goes. The Mountaineers have pulled their goalie for the remaining 20 seconds of this game.
Maybe trying to cut the shutout.
Puck is sent down to the Mountaineer end.
No luck. Seems like it's going to be happening with 7 seconds left in the game here. Well, it looks like it's a wrap, folks.
Yep. The Mustangs try to get one more goal off, and that'll be it. The Mustangs come into Morgantown, win 4-2 last night, and hold a 4-0 shutout tonight. Thank you all for tuning in to the Morgantown Ice Arena. This is John Keehan signing off.
Jason, sign off.
There will be no after the game interview today. We apologize, but yep. So this is the end of the stream. Thank you all for staying tuned and watching, and we'll be here for the next one.
I just tried to talk to as much as I could.